Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of the Daily Stand-Up. Without any further ado, let's get started. Well, we made it through another week, and as always, I try to reserve my Friday topic for something that's not necessarily Agile, but Agile-related. And today I want to talk to you about something that's near and dear to my heart. It's physical wellness and spiritual health. And it's something that I think a lot of people don't take time to consider or to assess or to analyze. You know, in Agile, we talk a lot about retrospectives. Today, I want to talk to you about doing an introspective. And I want to start on the physical wellness side. You know, some of the best organizations that I've ever worked for are the ones that promoted physical wellness. They had a gym on site, or they offered, incentives for you to drink water or to, do the right thing or to choose healthier lunch options. And what I found was that when people felt good, they tended to work harder, and it's just one of these things where you feel good, you work well, you're just better off as a person in a physical sense. Now, what's interesting is looking and feeling your best isn't always easy. If you tuned into our first ever vlog, which was super cool, we had Bill on there talking with us about, he's known as the Agile Financial, and he was talking to us about working out and about how for a long time he set a goal that, was basically unachievable, but he didn't realize it was unachievable because other muscles had developed so strong with the exercise that he was doing that he didn't realize that they were compensating for the muscle that he was trying to work out. So it's one of these things where physical wellness is more than just, going to the gym every day. Yeah, although that is important, don't get me wrong. If we went to the gym every single day and just did cardio every single day, what we quickly discover is that yes, we would, run for hours at a time, but if we didn't adjust our eating habits, we might never see our weight change. If we went and did cardio for hours and hours a day, but didn't lift weights, we'd see that, we weren't getting any stronger, and in many cases, we'd be breaking down muscle mass. So there's lots of aspects to being physically well that tie directly into how we do work. It's more than just being able to carry the backpack into the office with a laptop inside, or being able to make it from our bed to our home office, right? In these days, that's probably what more likely is the case. But we want to make certain that we understand that when we look and feel our best, that's when we're going to perform our best. And whether that's getting out of the COVID blues, and maybe if you're in a situation where you can, going and getting a new fresh hairstyle, or going and getting a massage, or going and working out, or just getting outside and going for a walk and practicing that social distancing, or whatever the case may be. I think that so many of us have been trapped inside of this world where we've been bombarded with media and opinions and different things that our physical wellness has diminished because we've relished ourselves to a life of just being a hermit and not being able to do anything. So while I'm not promoting you doing anything that would displace your health or the health of others, I'm certainly promoting you finding a way to achieve physical wellness. Even in your own home, you can find things that you can do to help uplift you, so that you'll feel better and start your day with your blood pumping and be able to do things, whether it's hopping on a Peloton for a ride, or whether it's doing a few push-ups or walking the neighborhood. Whatever your degree of fitness is, find a way to start with some type of physical wellness, and that's going to lead to spiritual health, which is part 2. One of the things that it took me a long time to discover was that you have to be happy looking at the person in the mirror. That it doesn't just come naturally. While spiritual guidance could teach you that you are not a mistake and that no one who's ever been created was created a mistake, you need to be able to still assess yourself and say, hey, am I in a good position spiritually? Now, when I say spiritual, I'm a Christian, but it doesn't mean that I'm referring to that specifically. No matter what your religious background, or no matter what teachings you faced, no matter what you've been indoctrinated with, or no matter what you've learned, or no matter what your foundation is, your spiritual health could be based on a foundation of having good karma and chi and just being good to others. Your spiritual health could be based on a foundation of a specific religion or church organization. Your spiritual health could be on focusing on your family and on deep meditation and cleansing and becoming a good person. It doesn't matter where the root of your spiritual health comes from. What's more important is that you focus on that spiritual health and that you allow your mind to expand and to grow, and that you treat others with dignity and respect and become a model of humility, where you are able to open up your heart and your mind and listen to the ideas of others, so that we can become a learning kiosk, if you will, so that we can be a sponge to the world and really get excited about the learning that's provided, and really dig in and feast on the things that help drive us to being uplifted. And I challenge you to do two things with regard to spiritual health. One is to have an attitude of gratitude. Try to look for ways every single day to express how grateful you are for the things that you have in your life. Because the truth is, no matter where they came from, if we're not grateful for them, they'll quickly go away. So having that attitude of gratitude is just so important. And I think second, once you have an attitude of gratitude, have a heart filled with service and look for opportunities to serve others. I've often said that it's important for us to take the fabric of our story and intertwine it with the fabric of other people's stories, so you can create a beautiful tapestry called life. This is your chance. This is your chance to really dig in and help someone else, uplift each other. And what I found is the more willing you are to work together and uplift others, the better off you're going to be from both a physical and spiritual health standpoint. I highly, highly encourage you, if you haven't already, to go over to YouTube, to the AgileDad channel, and to listen to that first ever vlogcast. Bill did a fantastic job of outlining why it's just so important for us to recognize, physical and spiritual well-being, and how that ties directly to having greater agility as a person, physical agility, mental agility, as well as just being able to perform better, whether it's at work or at home. And I encourage you to seek out this health not only within yourself, but within your families. Encourage good behavior, encourage better eating, encourage people to do things. And I know that, times have really been hard recently with all the pandemic and, differences and things that have been happening in society and in the world today. I encourage you to take an opportunity to, block out all those different media sources for a short time and really take upon yourself the opportunity to see that every individual in the world, no matter where they come from, adds great value and great worth to our society, and to seek out and love others and serve others, and to do those things necessary in order to just be a good person and a contributor to society. So I hope you have an amazing weekend, and as always, I encourage you to find ways to do what's right, to uplift yourself, uplift others, and to make sure that you're the person who looks in the mirror and says, you know what, I'm happy with where I am today, and I'm glad that I have support to get there. And don't be afraid to seek out the support of others. If any of you, mental health is definitely a big one as well that we didn't really discuss here, but if you ever feel like you need someone to talk to, or you're in a bad place, don't be afraid to reach out. There are tons of people out there who would much rather hear your story than to, attend a church service where, you're no longer with us, or whatever the case may be. We need to engage, and we need to love those people and anyone else who might not be in a good place right now. So I encourage you to have that attitude of gratitude, to seek out opportunities for personal growth, and to be of service of others, and certainly to be aware and to look out for those individuals who might be needing, a helping hand, or might be needing a shoulder to lean on, or even a sounding board. It's important to remember that it's not always about the nail. So as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, take care.